Hello everybody, welcome back to SLY-TECH with Hacker Sly. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a while. And take note, this is not an old video. I know most of you have been watching my video where I've been re-uploading the old ones to the new channel after the takedown. But this is not an old video because this is a new content. What am I here to talk about today? Listen, guys. CompTIA Security Plus has actually just upgraded. When I say upgraded, no, I would say there has been a change that has been made. Now, most of you may be aware that we have the SY0-601, which is what we're all be studying for right now. You can watch a couple of my old videos where I talked about that. But right now, we have the SY0-701. So what does this mean? There's a lot of change that has happened. I'm going to tell you a bit about it, not so much because I don't have so much information yet. However, at the end of this video, we're going to do a couple of past questions on the SY0-601. So let's try and keep track here, guys. But with that being said, you're welcome to the channel, guys. Subscribe if you want to, guys. But with that being said, you're welcome. Now, what's going on in CompTIA Security Plus? First of all, if this is your first time of hearing CompTIA Security Plus, or this is your first time of hearing about CompTIA Security Plus, I'm going to give you a brief intro. Now, what is CompTIA Security Plus? This is an exam set for people who wish to find their entry into cybersecurity. Now, I know out there we have this certified in cyber CNC by ISC2, but one of the most recognized industry standard, also recognized by the Department of Defense, DoD in America, is the CompTIA Security Plus. So if you're looking for your entry into cybersecurity, which is not so much of a direct entry per se, but it's going to give employers, it's going to give those out there who are looking to recruit the idea that you have a bit of knowledge about what you are doing. And the certification I say you should get is CompTIA Security Plus. It's very popular, it's globally recognized, it's used by hiring manager, and it ensures that candidates possess that basic knowledge. So now, one thing you have to know is this: CompTIA Security Plus is updated every 3 years. I think I discovered about CompTIA Security Plus in when it was SY0501, but I took it when it was SY0601. Now, what is happening exactly? Well, I'll tell you. Now, with each update that CompTIA does, what happens is they make a couple of changes to the objective. So we have changes that go on. We have a takedown one topic. We have another new topic. We bring an introduction of more acronyms and a lot of that. As a matter of fact, watch my old video where I talked about SY0601, about how you can pass it easily, quickly in my list of videos. But with that being said, now, each update, like I was saying, brings a lot of changes. A lot of things are taken down. A lot of things are included. So most of the time, it becomes or looks like it's simpler. Most of the time, it becomes harder. But then, let's look at what it's going to entail. So the SY0601 was introduced in November 12, I think 2020. But it's going to retire in July 2024. And it's going to be replaced by the SY0701. So what does that mean? What I'm saying is this. If you are still practicing for the SY0601, CompTIA Security Plus, you can still take it. Okay? It doesn't mean that it's useless. Even if you take it, you pass it, and the SY0701 comes out, your result is still your result. Your certification is still your certification. As a matter of fact, I will tell you this. If you are studying for the SY0601, then listen, guys, do not stop. Take that exam as soon as possible. Okay? But if you are, sorry about that, guys, it's my VPN tripping up. But if you are taking this exam and you want to, you are not so sure of yourself. The reason why I say is this: when a topic changes, when an objective is dropped, what happens is you see yourself trying to start studying all over again. I don't know what's going on here. But you also try to start studying all over again, which makes it harder. Okay? So what you have to know is this. With this 701, I'm going to be telling you what has been included, what has been removed. So we have a brief overview. All right. Now, 701 has come to effect from November. I think November 7, that's about 7 days ago. Okay? So people are now registering to take the examination. And we're going to be looking at the differences and the similarities. Okay, so the launch date of the SY0601, like I told you previously, was November 2020 to retire in July 2024, while the SY0701 is being launched in November 2023. That means as I speak to you. And the exam description is very much almost similar. However, when we look at the SY0-701, we're assessing security posture or monitoring secure hybrid environments. We're looking at cloud, IoT. There are a lot of inclusions of things like quantum computing and a lot of major more inclusions that are telling me it's going to bust your brain. So like I said again, if you're studying for SY0601, please take it now. Take it now, guys. Do not wait till July. Now, secondly, the number of questions still stays the same. We still have 90 questions on both sides. Most people don't get up to 90 questions sometimes. I can't remember how many questions I got because trust me, when you're in the exam hall, the least of a problem is counting how many questions you have to take. Okay? But multiple choice and performance-based question is still in both sides. So those of you who don't know what multiple choice question are, I'm sure you do, is the one where a question comes up and you see A, B, C for you to answer. We're going to do a couple of past questions at the end of this video, so stay tuned on SY0601. And then performance-based question might see you matching two things together, might see you entering on the command line interface some code, some keys, some instructions, as the case may be. But I'll tell you one good thing, guys. On the SY0701, I hear that there is no Linux command line interface entry. We'll find out about that in a later time. But also, 90 minutes is still 90 minutes. So either way it is, that's still the same thing on both sides. And most people say, how about the pass mark? What's it going to be, hacker slide? Well, basically, the pass mark still says 750 and 750 on a scale of 100 to 900. So what does that mean? If you are going to be taking the exam, for you to pass, you have to score nothing less than 750. Pretty tough, I know, but take note, each question is not ranked from 1, 2, 3. No, they have various rating scales, but I can tell you that it can vary up from 10 or 20 or 50, as the case may be once again. Now, one important question I get from people a lot is this: Akasly, do I need to be experienced to take the CompTIA Security Plus? And I tell them, listen, the first thing you must know is this: nobody is born with knowledge, okay? Nobody just came to this world and said, boom, I know it all. No. Everybody started from somewhere. But most of the time, it is good if you have a bit of experience, if you have a bit of knowledge in cybersecurity, if you've been interfacing, reading blogs, checking articles, watching the news on what hackers have done. It makes the CompTIA Security Plus a bit more easier for you, okay? But then again, nothing stops you from starting from scratch, gathering your materials, and studying one by one. At the end of the video as well, I will tell you how you can join our study classes. Take note, guys, we try to help people out here so you can assess and pass your certification. We have a lot of certifications in our bag here, not just me personally, but members of my team and students who have trained over time. Okay? Now, when is the SY0601 retiring? I will say this again in case you missed it in the beginning. July 2024. Come July 2024, guys, you cannot take SY0601 anymore. So what does that mean? Start taking it now. If you be studying, if you've been procrastinating, saying, oh, I go take it tomorrow, I will take it tomorrow, I will take it next week, I will take it next year. Listen, July 2024, if you don't take it, you have to start studying afresh all over again. And trust me, guys, it's not easy. Okay, let's stay tuned now. Now, the focus of the exam is expected to change significantly in this new version, all right? When SY0601 came in, we had a couple of domains that was introduced, such as operation and incident response, implementation and operations and incident response. Attack, threats, and vulnerabilities were also expanded. But this new version, SY0701, is expected to address more concepts, which is relating to AI. Yes, guys, you heard that right. Artificial intelligence. One thing you must know is this: AI is taking the center stage. So there is no way we cannot discuss about cybersecurity. There's no way we cannot discuss about technology that we will not discuss about artificial intelligence. Secondly, quantum computing. Quantum computing came out in SY0601, but it was just a little bit. Okay, some questions about qubits, some questions about how fast is the computer in quantum computing. But right now, we are going in depth in SY0701. SLY-TECH. Another thing that's going to come up is blockchain technology. Look, guys, life is expanding. The world is getting greater. Technology is increasing rapidly. It's developing rapidly, basically. So you cannot discuss cybersecurity without things like this. Okay? Now, more importantly, I'll say is that the SY0-701 is expected to be, listen, wait for this, more difficult than the 601 version. This is not to scare you, okay? This is not to trip you up, but this is me telling you once again that if you've been procrastinating, my brother, take that exam now. Every time something new comes, there's a bit of an advancement that takes place. When that advancement takes place, it is just normal that it has to be harder. Okay, we cannot have an advancement that makes things easier. If that happens, then where is knowledge? The hackers are going to mess us up. Cybersecurity guys are going to be useless. So listen, it is going to be more complex. And the reason why is this: the number of concepts and their complexity is going to increase. And the reason why, because CompTIA wants to maintain that integrity. CompTIA wants to secure that spot as a dominant certification training body. So if you know what's good for you guys, I think you should jump in to take a look at this. So now we're going to get into something else because this video is going on longer. But remember, for knowledge, be willing to stick around. And to stick around this far, subscribe, guys. Now, let's bring over the domains in the CompTIA Security Plus SY0-601. Let's look at that first of all. Now, we have attack, threats, and vulnerability. We have architecture design. We have implementation. We have operation and incident response. And we have governance, risk, and compliance. Now, all of these abilities for you come with a percentage of how much they weigh on the exam. So listen them out accordingly: 24%, 21%, 25%, 16%, and 14% respectively. So what does that tell you? When you are studying, you have to know how to channel your timing. You have to know how to pick your power. You have to know how or where to focus on more. I'm not saying that everything should not focus on more. But what I'm telling you is that most times knowing some more than the other gives you an upper hand, because those are where a major number of the question might come from, premise on the percentage. So take note of that fact. Secondly, I want to look into SY0-701 and let's see what the domains are with the percentage are right now. So now let's see. On the SY0-701, take note, we have general security concepts, we have threat, vulnerability, and mitigation. Take note, we have security architecture, we have security operations, we have security program management and oversight. Now, all of these are listed for you come as 12%, 22%, 18%, 28%, and 20% respectively. So pay major attention to that fact when you are studying. There is a reason why, guys. In Nigeria, we say, you get why. Pay major attention. So why is this change happening now, you may ask me? So Security Plus, which is going to be stopping in July 24, like I told you, is now trying to improve on quality. So if you get access to material, it's going to help you ace your exam at your first attempt. That's one thing you want to do. I'll tell you guys the truth, and I'll tell you something about me personally. When I took this exam, which I can't remember so in the year, but I took it on or with a voucher which gave me just about 25-15%. But I knew if I fail that exam, I will have to pay the whole amount and I don't get the option to resit. So guys, go into the exam hall with that mentality. Go into the exam hall telling yourself, I can't afford to resit. I can't afford to fail. Listen, I'm here to motivate you guys, man. That's why HackerSly is here. Most times we talk about hacking tutorial. Most times we talk about cybersecurity training materials for you to get your foot in the door and get that cybersecurity job. Now, with that being said, what am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you this, guys. Take your time. Join a study group. Join us, SLY-TECH. Message me on Instagram, and then I'll give you all the modalities involved for you to join our study group where I prepare students on a regular for CompTIA Security Plus exam. After Security Plus SY0-601 goes out of faith, that's July 2024, I am going to start focusing on SY0-701 content. Okay, so right now I have my team members who are building up a list of write-up, exam, past questions, and focus notes for SY0-701. And trust me, guys, with your intent, or with our good intent in mind towards you, we believe in your success. So with that being said, I just like to ask you, are you really ready? Are you going to take the SY0-601, or are you going to wait, start practicing for the SY0-701? That's up to you. And also, just a quick info from SLY-TECH. If you live in the United States or Canada or the UK, we are offering CompTIA Security Plus voucher at amazing discount prices. All right. For those who live in Nigeria or are making a preparation involved in collaboration with NITA to enable as many Nigerians as possible, take the CompTIA Security Plus at discount rates. So shout out to the Nigerian government for that. Now, with that being said, let us look into a couple of past questions on the SY0-601. Let's go. All right. Now, listen, guys. I'm going to pop up right now on my screen, and we're going to see a couple of questions. I'm going to be asking you, give you time to answer, and I will tell you the answer. How you do on this question says a lot on how prepared you are. But with that being said, let's look at this. First question on our list says, a security engineer is preparing to conduct a penetration test. Part of the preparation involves reading through social media posts for information about a third-party website. Which of the following describes this practice? Is it A, partially known environment, B, OSINT, C, exfiltration, or D, active footprinting? Take your time to think about it and answer the question. I'm right here waiting for you guys. 5 to 10 seconds. Let's go. And take note, when you join our practice classes like this, we do with notes, we talk, we teach, then we practice all together. We have to have almost 80 students practicing with us right now from all across the world, so you can also get to network with people. I'm not going to talk too much. Check this question and give me an answer. All right, time up. So once again, let's look at the question right here. It says, a security engineer is preparing to conduct a penetration test. Part of the preparation involves reading through social media posts for information about a third-party website. Which of the following describes this practice? A, partially known environment. B, OSINT, that is OSINT. C, exfiltration, and D, active footprinting. What do you think is the answer here, guys? Well, in order to waste too much time, the answer here is OSINT. Now, guys, let me go into full screen first of all before I say much. Listen, you see that letter there, OSINT? This is one thing I tell guys. Acronyms is a major part of the CompTIA Security Plus exam. I'm not saying you should go down and go and cram AAA means this, and this. BBB means bread, beans, and butter. CCC means credit card and coming. No. But one thing you have to understand is that most times when you find most of all these acronyms in questions, it's for you to be able to put it within the context or context where that acronym fits in. Let's go back into the question now, guys. Now, it says, partially known environment, SOTIN, exploitation, active footprinting. OSINT simply stands for Open Source Intelligence, OSINT. This describes the process of obtaining information from open sources such as social media sites, corporate websites, online forums, and publicly available locations. So information like this can be gathered by hackers from locations like this, okay? For the purpose of trying to gather as much as possible that they can about you before striking. Now, the answer cannot be partially known environment. How do I tell guys? Learn how to cut out some some questions to tell yourself that no, this cannot be it. That enables you to answer questions faster and better. Partially known environment describes how much information an attacker knows or a penetration tester knows about what he's going to attack, about the test. So the hacker might have access to some information about the test, but not all the information. That means the company who hired him to do the pen test will give him some tidbit information he can work with. That is partially known environment. Exfiltration. This basically just describes theft of data by a hacker. Simple. No theft of data is being occurring here or being done here. Active footprinting. This would show evidence of a data gathering. For example, if you are performing a ping scan or a DNS query, this doesn't exploit a vulnerability, but it just shows that someone was gathering information. But the information we're gathering here is from open source. Take note, open source intelligence OSINT. Now let's go to the next question. Okay, a company is launching a new internal application that will not start until a username and password is entered and a smart card is plugged into the computer. Which of the following best describe this process? Take your time to think, guys. Come up with an answer. I'm out here. Gonna get some water to drink. Take your time, guys. All right. We're back. I believe you should have an answer by now. A company is launching a new internal application that will not start until a username and password is entered and a smart card is plugged into the computer. Which of the following best describes this process? Federation, accounting, authentication, or authorization? Guys, I can tell you the answer here, which I hope you didn't miss it, is authentication. Now, I believe you've heard the three-letter AAA. If you haven't and you're practicing for CompTIA Security Plus, I'm sorry for you. But this stands for authentication, authorization, accounting, and co. Alright? Now, authentication is the process of proving who you say you are. Okay? So in this example here, the password and the smart card stand for what we call two-factor authentication, and both of them reasonably prove that whoever is logging in is the authentic person. All right, selectus maximus know how to minus the useless options from the correct answer. If you look at the word federation, which is the first option, you will know that's not the answer, because federation, although proves a way to authenticate and authorize, but this is between two different organizations. In this example here, the process uses internal information without any type of connection from or trust to a third party. It's just you putting your username, your password in, and slotting in your smart card. Accounting, on the other hand, will document information regarding a user session, such as when you logged in, the data you sent, you received, and when you logged out. So accounting is just basically keeping track and ensuring that yes, this was what you did while you were in. Authorization, finally, is just the process that assigns users to resources. Okay, so this process commonly occurs after authentication has been done. So guys, know your acronyms: AAA, authentication, authorization, accounting. You know them all. All right. And to the third and final question, guys. A company is designing an application that will have a high demand and will require significant computing resources during the summer. During the winter, take note, there will be little to no application use and resource use should be minimal. Now, which of these categories best describe this application requirement? Is it availability, orchestration, imaging, or elasticity? Once again, I'll give you guys time to think about the answer. All right. I might be rushing you. So what you can do is pause the video, think about your answer, then play the video and see what the answer is. But with that being said, let's just go to the question one more time. It's stressful. A company is designing an application that will have a high demand and will require significant computing resources during the summer. During the winter, there will be little to no application using and resource use should be minimal. Which of these characteristics best describes this application requirement? Is it availability, orchestration, imaging, or elasticity? And I'll tell you guys, the answer is elasticity. Now, what's elasticity? Imagine a rubber band now. Okay? Imagine a rubber band. Hi, I don't have anyone here. If you pull the rubber band, it expands. If you reduce it back, it reduces in size. Elasticity is the process of providing resources when demand increases, and it can equally scale back down when the demand is low. Keep that in your head, guys. Elasticity. That's why it says during the winter, there will be little to no application. During the summer, there will be high computing resource use. So increase and reduce elasticity. Availability cannot be the answer, because availability does discuss about or describe the ability to use a service, but it doesn't directly describe the ability for service resource to increase or reduce. It's a very straightforward question, guys. Very straightforward answer. Orchestration, on the other hand, most of you have heard about SOA. Now, orchestration is the process of automating the configuration, maintenance, and operation of an application, okay, and its instance. So this is called orchestration. The describe of the application here, which has to do with requirement, didn't mention anything of the use of automation or orchestration and co when scaling up and down. Finally, imaging. Listen, imaging is, I don't think imaging has anything to do in here, because imaging basically is a technique that allows a system admin to build a specific operating system and application configuration. Okay, so this configuration can then be saved as an image and can easily be deployed in other systems. That's imaging. Guys, listen, open your mind, open your brain, put your head down. Don't worry. CompTIA Security Plus is actually very easy. But like I said, take your time, learn your acronyms. Guys, let me go full scale here. Take your time, learn your acronyms, put your mind down. Don't worry, be coming down. You go pass. You will pass, trust me. But most times, the initial hard effort you have to put in is what makes it look tough. Think about the hardness of the exam, or think about the amount you can stand to make, and think about the security you can stand to employ working in cybersecurity. So guys, with that being said, that is for me, Hacker Sly from SLY-TECH, and I do hope you've enjoyed this series and this practice. With time, we'll bring a couple more videos showing you how to get set for the SLY-TECH 601. And like I said, when the SLY-TECH 701 comes into full scale from next year, we'll also get you content to serve you. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Subscribe if you want to, like this video, share it especially, and I'll catch you some other time. I'm out.